This is ABC15 Mornings.
Happening today, impeachment managers prepare to wrap up their opening statements.
I'm angry, I'm disturbed, I'm sad.
Donald Trump's defense team then gets its turn. We have a live report from Washington.
This includes wearing a mask with a moldable nose wire.
The CDC officially endorses doubling up your face masks.
It is conceivable that we are turning the corner on this.
A sense of optimism. More cities and states easing up on pandemic restrictions.
The foot and ankle requires a little bit of practice, just like anything else.
Are you not wearing your shoes as much or walking barefoot more often around the house? The growing health issue doctors are starting to see.
She's, 87 years old. Hasn't worked in years.
New this morning, why you might be getting a 1099 form from another state.
Boy, they really need him to get going. His first three-pointer of the night, 25 points now.
And make that 4 wins in a row. The Suns are rising up the standings and ready to let more fans come see them play.
A nail-biter all the way to the end. This is exciting basketball to watch and a great place to be, especially this time of year. Kaylee O'Kelly here in studio. Our Nick Saletti is social distancing from the newsroom. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, a close one, definitely. Yeah. I mean, oof. Talk about that one. Hey, let's also talk about your most accurate forecast. Meteorologist Iris Hermosillo is joining us on this Friday Eve with what we can expect later on today. Good morning, Iris.
Hey, good morning. Well, we're starting out the day with chilly temperatures. It's colder this morning than it was yesterday. We are down into the 40s in most spots across the valley. Phoenix, Sky Harbor, still holding on to the 50s, but I do think we're going to drop into the upper 40s here this morning. So grab a little bit of a heavier sweater as you step outside, but know that you're going to want to dress in layers again because look at this afternoon's high temperature. We're talking mid to upper 70s across the valley today with Phoenix topping out at 76 degrees. So it's going to be a gorgeous day, mostly sunny as well, but we have more changes on the way. The first of 3 disturbances coming through our state moved through yesterday. We're in between storms today. We've got another one coming tomorrow and then another one this weekend. And they're going to bring rain and snow chances back and cooler temperatures too in time for Valentine's Day. I'm going to take you through those changes in that 7-day forecast still ahead. For now, though, saying good morning to our Chelsea Davis.
Hey, good morning, Iris. Good morning, everyone at home. Happy Friday Eve. Only one more day, then we've got the weekend. Let's look at our accident log group traffic maps now, shall we? We're looking at the north side of town. Quiet right now. We aren't even seeing brakes on Loop 101 yet, so that's some good news, right? We are seeing some brakes on I-10 and I-17, though, making your way into downtown Phoenix. We have that crash on I-17 southbound at McDowell that just popped up not that long ago. You're going to see delays back to Camelback, so factor in a few extra minutes, maybe like 5, and you should be good to go. Otherwise, you could use 19th Ave, 35th Ave, or the 51 to get by. We have a crash that's near Loop 202 South Mountain, so I just wanted to mention that 59th Avenue near Van Buren Street, so just a heads up in case you try to connect over there. East Valley, though, overall green flows even into and out of Maricopa and State Route 347, so I'll check back in with you in a few minutes, update you on those crashes, and show you some desert drive times.
All right, Chelsea, thank you. Today, House impeachment managers will wrap up their opening statements in the trial of former President Donald Trump. His defense team will get their turn next. The House will proceed with its case on a single charge of incitement of insurrection. The team using Trump's speeches, his tweets, and never-before-seen video, including security footage of that January 6th attack on the Capitol, showing the vice president and other lawmakers being rushed to safety.
The evidence that has been presented thus far is pretty damning.
I think they've done a good job connecting the dots.
Many lawmakers say they're not ready to make a final decision and are waiting to hear from Trump's defense team. We will have live coverage starting at 10 a.m. our time, and you can always watch our local newscasts on ABC15.com and your favorite streaming devices.
Outrage and calls for accountability, the fallout underway in the city of Phoenix. And this is after our reporting about protesters facing gang-related charges and police officers making controversial challenge coins. Our Mark Thompson bringing us the latest on this. And Mark, the community is now taking concerns directly to Phoenix City Council. Good morning.
Indeed, they are. Good morning to you, Kaylee. And a lot of these concerns stemming directly from our assertive reporting on all of these matters. For nearly a week, our investigators, reporters, they have been uncovering inaccuracies and one-sided evidence surfacing from last summer's Black Lives Matter protests. And a lot of our viewers, they saw these reports and they wanted to make sure that their voices were heard at last night's City Council meeting. Look.
You know you have a problem when a TV network needs an entire series to cover all of the corruption.
What have we learned from the ABC15 reporting? That reporting showed everything. It showed the cops lying on the stand. It showed how aggressive and violent they were at the protest.
Phone lines lit up for hours, many callers asking why the issue of challenge coins containing hate speech and police misconduct was not on the agenda. Councilman Carlos Garcia said that he wants this issue on the agenda at next week's meeting. Meantime, it is yet to be seen whether current criminal charges against those protesters will be dropped.
We saw so much, and it's incredibly disturbing to know that nothing has been done till this day to hold these officers accountable. I do believe that at this point, they know. And so if they're not doing anything, that means they're okay with it. And if they're okay with it, then they need to be called out for it.
And this morning, Mass Liberation Arizona, a group that organized local protests, released a statement, and it reads in part, "These charges are politically motivated and are being used as a means to quash the community's First Amendment right to protest. In addition, the Maricopa County Attorney's Office must be held accountable for their part in perpetuating this injustice." So it remains to be seen if the issue of challenge coins will be placed on the next City Council agenda, but we do promise here at ABC 15 that we will continue to push for answers. Reporting live this morning, Mark Thompson, ABC 15, Arizona. Back to you.
Mark, thank you. There are a lot of layers to this story. You want to catch up? Well, you can watch all of our politically charged reports. They're up right now at abc15.com/protest.
This morning, new revelations about the origins of the coronavirus. World Health Organization investigators revealing that COVID-19 may have been spreading in central China 2 months earlier than first revealed by the government. This comes as the more dangerous South African variant has been reported in California. Health officials say vaccines would likely prevent this illness and hospitalizations with this mutation. Beginning today, pharmacies will join the effort to ramp up vaccine distributions. CVS pharmacies will begin administering the vaccine in 11 states. Tomorrow, more CVS and Walgreens locations will start offering appointments in 17 states, including Arizona.
Well, in one way or another, the pandemic has taken its toll on all of us, right? From working at home to kitchen tables becoming classrooms altogether. Doctors here in the Valley say they are now seeing a really unusual side effect, and that is a rise in the number of problems with our feet. All new for you this morning, our John Genovese explains.
That's a pretty notorious diagnosis that if you've never had it, you at least know what it is.
And our John Genovese will dig deeper into that story a little bit later. Starting today, the city of Mesa is making it even easier for you to enjoy some great food outdoors. They're rolling out a new downtown Dash delivery service. You can order from a dozen restaurants, and it will be delivered right to your table at the new outdoor dining space, Al Fresco off Main, and it does not cost extra. Dash hours are Thursday through Saturday. Also today, some live music. It's coming on back, and you can catch local performers during lunch hour, also at dinner time through Saturday. Could be a fun thing to do maybe this weekend with your sweetheart. Up next here on ABC 15 Mornings, unexpected 1099 forms arriving in the mail. Have you gotten one of these from another state? We'll share what to do if you have been hit with this unemployment fraud.
In our ABC 15 Health Insider Report, could you experience more side effects when you get your second COVID shot? We break down the science behind this and how long you can expect your arm to stay sore for.
ABC 15 Desert Drive Time, sponsored by Accident Law Group.
All right, welcome back everyone. Watching the Accident Law Group traffic maps for all of you. Right now, we're going to zoom around town. We do have a few crashes to get to. Not in the North Valley. North Valley's clear and quiet, so if you're wanting to head up north, you're fine. You may have a lot of green flows. Right now, we're seeing a lot of activity as you're approaching downtown Phoenix. So one of the crashes is on I-10 in the southbound direction at McDowell. This one's off to the side, not causing huge delays, but you can definitely see some of those breaks as you're getting closer to the stack, so give yourself some extra time. 19th Ave, 35th Ave, cab, or the 51 can always be alternates. I-10, we actually have a crash reported in the westbound direction at 27th Avenue, so that's just near the stack. If you're traveling out of downtown Phoenix, though, most of the delays are going into downtown Phoenix, so I-10 eastbound is still slow making your way into downtown. East Valley, overall, we have a lot of green, but we do have a crash on Loop 202 Red Mountain. That's over at Scottsdale Road. If I click out of this for a second, I just want to be able to show you what's going on here, and I'm going to pop this up, change this, boom, goes the dynamite, here we are. Just want to show you that there's a crash that's on the 202, if I can get all the way over there. I'm sorry I'm having technical difficulties, I just want you to be able to see it. Loop 202 Red Mountain in the westbound direction at Scottsdale Road, activities blocking several lanes at this point. It's very slow. You will see brakes almost back to Loop 101. Again, the left lanes are blocked at this point in time, so until this is clear, you may want to avoid the 202 and use the surrounding surface streets to get by. I'll keep you posted on what else we learn about this crash, but for now we can send it over to meteorologist Iris Hermosillo.
Well, let's talk about temperatures across the state, because you're going to notice a difference as you step outside this morning. Maybe yesterday it wasn't as cold, but this morning it's running quite a bit colder than 24 hours ago, especially in northeast Arizona. I mean, we're talking a 21-degree difference in Winslow and 21 degrees cooler than 24 hours ago, and that's because of the lack of cloud cover. So we talk about this all the time on ABC15 Mornings. When we don't have clouds, temperatures tend to fall further. When we've got that blanket of clouds, they act just like the blanket on your bed, and they trap in the warmth, so it's not as cold typically. But this morning we're waking up to clear skies, and so because of that we've got more freezes across northern Arizona. Winslow at just 20 degrees right now. It's 25 degrees in Flagstaff, and we're down into the teens at the Grand Canyon. 51 at Lake Havasu, and Phoenix Sky Harbor is still holding on to the 50s, but Casa Grande you're down to 43. It's 42 in Globe, and Prescott you're just 1 degree above that freezing mark at 33 degrees here this morning. Now, even though Phoenix Sky Harbor is in the 50s, look at these temperatures across the valley. Most of the rest of the valley is down into the 40s. The exception being Fountain Hills. Our foothills tend to be a little bit milder in the mornings too. 53 our temperature right now in Fountain Hills, but it's down to 49 in Tempe. Ahwatukee checking in at 44, 45 in Peoria, and check you out, Chandler. You're down to 39 degrees this morning. Typically one of the colder spots in the valley here as we start the day. So maybe a heavier sweater as you step outside. But look at this hour by hour forecast. We've got mostly sunny conditions in the forecast for today, so less of that cloud cover, and temperatures will be warming back into the 70s this afternoon with a high of 76 degrees in Phoenix. A few spots in the West Valley may even bump up to 77 degrees. That includes Laveen and Goodyear. We'll reach 76 for high in Surprise, 75 in Deer Valley, and we're talking low 70s today in Anthem and in Cave Creek. Gilbert, you'll reach a high of 76 in Chandler. Even though you're starting out in the 30s this morning, you'll make it up to 76 this afternoon too. Across Arizona, we could hit the 80s today in Yuma. That's going to be one of the warmer spots. Upper 70s though for Lake Havasu, 61 in Prescott, and 53 today in Flagstaff, so a little warmer across northern Arizona too. We're waking up to clear skies across the state today, but today is kind of the in-between day between two storm systems. One moved through northern Arizona yesterday. It's clearing to the east. The other one already bringing cloud cover all across the northwest pocket of California and also the Pacific Northwest. That storm system, you can get a better view of it here on our water vapor imagery. You see that dark spot just off the coast of California west of that area in blue? That area in blue is showing you where the moisture is, so those clouds increasing, but that storm system, that area of low pressure, is in that dark spot just to the west of there. That's that area of low pressure that's going to be moving in tomorrow. Now here's the deal. It's not going to bring us any significant rain chances, unfortunately. About a 10% chance for rain coming in tomorrow with a few spotty showers, maybe some sprinkles tomorrow afternoon possible. Don't cancel any outdoor plans. I don't think it's going to be a significant storm, but that's the second one heading into our state. The next one comes in on Valentine's Day, and that one moves in Sunday, bringing a better chance for rain, although those rain chances are a little lower than we were talking about before. It's about a 30% chance for rain. We're going to get more breezes too through the weekend, especially Saturday evening, overnight into Sunday. And it's going to be cooler too, Valentine's Day into President's Day, with highs falling into the upper 60s. We'll talk about how much rain we're thinking and high country snow in the next half hour.
Iris, thank you. It is 6:16 now. It's W-2 and 1099 season when companies send you those tax statements, but thousands of people are getting statements that say they received unemployment benefits, and those who never figured they'd become identity theft victims are facing a tough reality.
Joe McFarland is struggling to understand what's been showing up in his family's mail.
She got a 1099 from the unemployment.
His mom got a 1099 form claiming she received thousands of dollars in unemployment last year.
I mean, she's, 87 years old. Hasn't worked in years.
And then, while checking his mail,
My wife also got one.
showing thousands in unemployment benefits last year.
No, she never applied for it.
They're likely a victim of identity theft.
People all over the country are receiving 1099 forms from different states. If you get one, it means your social security number may have been stolen in a data breach, and you should go to the state's unemployment website immediately to fill out a fraud report. The state can then send a corrected 1099 to the IRS showing you did not get those benefits.
We will send them a corrected 1099-G form that says 0.
Keep in mind, if someone can file for benefits under your name, they have your personal information.
So this is one of those scams where you don't want to just rip it up or shred it. You don't want to shred the form because a copy is also on the way to the IRS. The IRS, by the way, will start accepting those tax returns tomorrow, and there are some things you need to be aware of. Since so many people did lose jobs or maybe worked a lot fewer hours in the past year, the agency is allowing everyone to use either 2019 or 2020 income to get the most out of the earned income and child tax credits. Both can potentially reduce the amount of tax that you owe for the year.
A new secret escape room opening in North Phoenix. It's called the Nemesis Club. It's attached to the Soda Jerk Milkshake Bar, which I still need to try. It's near the Loop 101 in Tatum. I even have to go through a secret entrance. The room's theme is evil robots. You have to break into a lab and stop the evil robot. Reservations are required.
A state lawmaker in Minnesota unable to escape some technical issues during a virtual meeting, appearing upside down. It's kind of like the kitty cat lawyer.
I know. I have the Diana Ross song though in my head upside down. One of his colleagues saying, "At least you're not a cat, right?" And another saying, "Try standing on your head." Thankfully, he was able to fix his screen. I'm actually not surprised. I'm surprised we haven't seen more of these Zoom mishaps over the last year, right?
100% agree. It gives you something to smile about, though, here on a Thursday morning. Following a C-section, women are typically in a lot of pain. New for you this morning, there are some recovery methods that can help new moms avoid taking opioids.
Plus, declining enrollment could lead to the closing of several schools in the Valley. Ahead, the options on the table for one school district. .23, welcome back. The ABC15 Health Insider team is dedicated to getting you expert medical advice from the men and women who know it so well, see it every day in their work, and study it. This morning, we want to answer a question we've seen coming into the ABC15 Health Insider inbox a few times. This one, though, from Judith Swanson. She writes, "I've had the first vaccine. How long is your arm sore for? After getting the first vaccine, what can I do other than wear a mask?" Here's our ABC15 Health Insider, Dr. Piyush Gupta, with the answer to the first part of Judith's question about why our arms may be getting sore.
In short, it's a good thing. Our body, when we got the first dose, we weren't as prepared, right? I mean, our immune system's always on, it's always prepared, but it's the first time that this new foreign invader is inside our body's still learning how to deal with it. It hasn't developed the full immune response as it should have been. Now, once we get the same sort of antigen or the same sort of foreign invader into our body is, in our immune system, is much more reactive. It's ready to go. If you think back to the metaphor we talked about earlier, there was one security guard outside the building. Now there's like 100, right? And as soon as that foreign invader comes up, the body knows how to defend it. And that's why we have these systemic side effects, a systemic reaction. The body starts to flood that area with more immune cells. It starts to release these things called cytokines, cause a lot of inflammation. And that's actually why we're feeling those symptoms. That's why we're feeling the fevers and the chills and the joint pain and so forth. It's because our body is kind of in a pro-inflammatory state right now. Now, again, almost all these symptoms are resolving within 24 and 48 hours. So it's a really a good thing.
I think Dr. Gupta breaks it down so well for us. In short, with a stronger immune response the second time around, It is possible you could experience some more pain or side effects, but Dr. Gupta tells me he really hasn't seen that, and he's been volunteering at the State Farm site in Glendale for quite some time. As for the second part of Judith's question about what she can do other than wear a mask after getting that first vaccine, Dr. Gupta told me just because you get the vaccine, even if you have both doses, your precautionary behavior should not change. You still need to wear a mask, practice social distancing, wash your hands, all of that stuff, and stay home if you're feeling sick. Now, Judith is proof that we are taking your questions to our Health Insiders to get you answers. If you have a question, email us at healthinsider@abc15.com.
Well, there is some help for new moms to recover from C-section pain with fewer or no opioids to control the pain. It's a hospital in Colorado. They're using a wound infusion pump, and it's to help one woman after surgery. Doctors say it's simple to insert, and it does last for about 2 days.
Found almost a 30% reduction in opiate pain use postoperatively. And then we kind of furthered that study to involve some other postoperative management strategies to see if we could reduce that more.
I was so grateful that I wasn't worrying about pain and having to take opiates and feel, maybe even like a little cloudy. I wanted to be there and present with my baby.
And this mom also says she was able to manage all of that pain with just ibuprofen and Tylenol. Up next here at 6:30, we know masks can save lives, and now health officials are saying 2 masks can save even more.
It's a decision that could save money, but would also increase class size. The Valley District looking at whether it needs to close down some schools.